They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attack.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Oilers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Okay, ready?
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Oilers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. 14, Broncos nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball.
And pressure comes, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get bricks, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Oh, look at the juke.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Oilers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Oilers 21, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back.
And the ball is knocked out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Oilers are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Oilers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 9 now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. There's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's got room. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Osa Odighizuwa
able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And they will take a knee here.
On the stick. Ready.
And they take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They go again with Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pierce now up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Pierce on the counter. They find some open field here. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this home. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
217 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably,